If you're an employer, make sure you don't make these common mistakes that a lot of employers do, because these mistakes has cost employers millions of naira in damages as a result of what they have done. Number one, make sure you don't ignore your company policies in administering disciplinary measures to your staff. A lot of times we have situations in our employment service where there is need for discipline. Make sure that disciplinary measure is in line with your company policy. Every company, every organization must have a staff handbook. That staff handbook specifies the policies of the company. Now, if your company or your organization has a laid down procedure for disciplinary measure, specifying what is an offense and what is not an offense in the office, make sure a defaulter, in punishing a defaulter or in administration of disciplinary measure to a defaulter, you don't go outside the policy provided by the policy handbook. Sometimes CEOs get carried away by emotion and decide, this is what I will do, this is what my organization. No, that is not so. Company policies are not just decoration. Company policies that have been made ought to be applied strict to sensu. If you fail in administration of disciplinary measure in line of with your company policy, it is going to land you into trouble when the staff decides to take up action against you at the National Industrial Court of Nigeria. Another common mistake to avoid is termination of an employment without fair hearing. Where a staff of the company is accused of any offense that is capable of leading to his termination, the company must give him an opportunity to be heard. Fair hearing is a cardinal principle of our justice system. It is deeply enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Where a person is accused or alleged to have committed any offense against your organization, you must give the person a fair hearing. The person must be listened to. The person must be given an opportunity to explain himself. In situations of company, the company sets up the committee to inquire into the issue. Make sure the person has the opportunity to be heard before termination. And just like the previous mistake people make, even in the termination, organizations must adhere strictly to the rules, strictly to the provisions leading to termination of employment of a staff. In doing that, make sure you're not just complying with your staff handbook. If your staff handbook is in violation of the provisions of the Labor Act, and that is why your HR, your whatever team that is managing your staff, has to have a full knowledge of the Labor Act. Because if the provisions for termination of an employment in your organization is still in violation of the provisions of the labor law, you are still bound to have a problem with that staff. If that staff decides to take up the issue of his termination and allege unlawful or wrongful termination against your organization at the National Industrial Court, chances are that he may succeed, and that will cost you some good millions of naira in damages. Make sure you don't fall among the companies and organizations that are doing this common mistake. The next common mistake organizations do is the failure to remit pension deduction. A good number of organizations are able to comply with the deduction. However, there are still challenges in the issue of remittance. Does your organization deduct pension from your earning? The next question to ask is, after it's deducted, is it remitted? Do you see credit from your pension account all the time? If you're an organization and you are failing to deduct or remit, you're going to have a serious problem under the Pension Act. And your staff can decide one day, we need to inquire, we need to look into, if they write petition against you to the appropriate authorities that our pension is being deducted but there is no remittance, is going to be a problem for your organization. It will affect your reputation, it will affect your integrity. Make sure you are not falling victim of this mistake. Check your organization as you are deducting is their remittance. So having listened to this, which of these common mistakes is your organization doing? Whether you are a CEO or you are a staff, let's discuss in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification button, and we'll keep giving you legal awareness and education all the time.